Hey everybody, Hugh here. Welcome back. Thought we might take a mid-June look at what's going on in the glasshouse. There's plenty of growing happening, which is great. Weather-wise, we had that good run of weather. We then had that bit of cold, and now we've returned to what's been reasonable weather. The nighttime temperatures over the past few days were down to somewhere around 4 to 5 degrees, so they're picking up now. So that's a positive, because while the temperatures were slightly above frost, they would certainly check the growth of any of the tender plants that were growing. So in the glasshouse, it is now becoming the tomato house, would you believe? I know there's a bit of flowering there in the background with the likes of the petunias and the petunia bowl that's there. However, quick on its heels, and I'm going to show them to you in a moment, is all the tomatoes and how they're coming along. What I would like to share, and it's just over my shoulder, is the Lilium regale. Isn't it lovely? It creates a smashing scent for the glasshouse. It really does. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Only opens there the other night. And of course you can see on show are the salvia up in the background there, and the Philadelphus just there that I purchased. They're on their way out to the courtyard area. I want to put them into bigger pots. However, I left them in over the past few nights because, again, I just didn't want their growths to be checked. So, tomatoes. Let's have a look. I have, in bigger pots, I have 7 tomatoes, and they're being trained up their canes. Of course, I'm taking off side shoots as necessary and tying them in where they should be tied in. You can use plastic ties for tying in, but I do like to use twine and similar when I get the chance. It's a lovely effect for them. But they're growing away and looking very healthy. The time to start feeding them is when the fruits set, and the fruits have started to set and the fruits have started to set very well. However, now that they're beginning to require more nutrients, I've reverted back to tomato food. There's one of the tomato bottles. You can see it there. It's coming along very nicely. There's little tomatoes there. And I'm growing 2 trusses on this. So it's going to be a 1 truss bottle, but it's 2 trusses. And the reason that it's only a couple of trusses is because the root space is actually quite limited. So it's a lot for the plant to produce even 2 trusses in such a limited space. So that's one of the tomato bottles. And there's the second one. And that, again, it has more than 2 trusses on it there. Can you see? But I'm going to remove and just let this truss and this truss develop. That's the variety called Sweet Pea Currant. And that's about the size. That's the size of the tomatoes. They're tiny, so they should begin to ripen quite soon. They'll be spaced out even more, given the fact that the leaves are touching. I have removed those bottom leaves on the most part, and any leaves touching soil, to allow plenty of airflow through and to minimise disease. But again, they need more spacing now. On this side, I have the 1 truss plants that I'm doing, and this is where the tomato plants are in these 4 or 5 litre pots. Interestingly, some varieties seem to be better suited than others for their 1 truss purposes, so it'll be worth taking note of that for a bit of colour. And of course they attract in the pollinators. Which is very important, as we want insects in, pollinating our plants. Anyway, as always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the comments. And of course, make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And yeah, good to see you, and catch you in the next one. All the best. Bye bye.